Hey friends, this is the Mrs. Wolfie from our half-acre homestead. It's been requested of me to make a gumball cake. Gumdrop cake. Geraldine and Laura, this is for you. Now normally you would use a bundt pan for this, but because it is a large recipe, I'm going to put it in smaller loaf pans so that we can try one and maybe freeze the rest, thus prolonging the joy. So this recipe comes to us from the Facebook page Autism Bakes. For more yummy desserts that Jackson and I bake. Jackson is 17 and has nonverbal autism, spreading autism awareness one sweet piece of dessert at a time. Okay, so the recipe calls for 8 ounces of softened cream cheese, 1 cup or a half a pound of butter, 4 eggs, 1.5 cups of sugar, 2 cups of gummies, and 2.5 cups of flour, and 1.5 teaspoons of vanilla. And I've added also 1.5 teaspoons of baking powder in the mix. This looks pretty simple. Let's give it a go. It says here that she says, I mix everything together one at a time, then add my flour and baking powder. Once combined, throw in your gumdrops until mixed throughout. Bake at 350 degrees for 45 to 60 minutes, depending on your oven. I'm going to say depending on your pan, because like she said, she uses a bundt pan. I'm going to use this little loaf pan. Yes, I've gone over to the dark side and I'm using a spray thing. There we go. That's good. All right, let's get this show on the road. Before I start, I'm just going to add a little bit of our flour mixture over these gummies, because it makes them fold in easier so that they distribute well throughout the cake. But I'm taking it from our flour so that we're not messing with our recipe. All right, now it says to do this in order of appearance. So in goes the cream cheese. And the 1.5 cups of sugar. Then the 4 eggs. Never crack your eggshell on the side of the bowl, folks. I do it sometimes when I forget, but you're more apt to get eggshells in your mix if you crack it on the side of the bowl. Crack it on the countertop instead. All right. All right, I'm just going to scrape down the sides because my beater with the plastic side broke, and the one I ended up buying was a small one and it doesn't work. 1 cup of butter, which is 2 sticks for my American friends. You know what? I'm not liking this. It's not smooth enough for me. I like my batter smooth. There we go. Now I've only ever seen one other recipe for this, and it didn't call for cream cheese, and I'm wondering if they put the cream cheese in this to counterbalance the sweetness of the sugar and the gummies. Let's get you in there. All right. Now, wow, that's a heavy batter. That is a really heavy batter. It's going to be amazing. All right, it's kind of like a fruitcake batter. So now we're just going to dump our gummies in and fold them in. And we're not folding them in to keep them to aerate the batter this time, folks. We're folding them in to get a nice, even mixture of all these little... Wonder if I should put some pecans in and make it more like a Christmas... Nah. Now, let's stick with the recipe. We can always dress it heavier later. Whoever sent me these little spatulas, they're very cute. One says, if in doubt, make pancakes. And the other one says, life is what you bake it. Wow, it looks like it was a good call using these pans. I'm actually not going to fuss overly much with them because I'm pretty sure, I just want to make sure I have this pretty much the same amount in each pan. This one looks a little heavy. This one looks a little light, so. Yes, I bloody well did lick my fingers. This is going into a 350-degree oven. You know what? I think I'm going to turn it down to 325 just for these cakes because the pans are smaller. And I'm going to bake these for anywhere from 45 to 60 minutes. I will let you know when they come out of the oven. Okay, the timer has gone off. Oh, these are beautiful. Look at those. I am going to stick a knife in. Came out clean. These puffed up beautiful. I'm really glad I wasn't concerned. But with 4 eggs, right? So I'm just going to run a butter knife. Now these are the kind of cake you got to let cool before you slice into them, okay? Because they're more than likely to fall apart like a fruit cake. Yeah, I like the loaf format. And turning it down to 325 degrees for 55 minutes seems to be perfect. See? I love these pans just for that reason. Just for that reason. These are beautiful. And while they're still hot, I'm just going to dust a little bit of icing sugar over them. And then I'm going to let these cool. Look at that. As soon as these cool down, we'll let Daddy cut into one. And the rest I will wrap and freeze. What's that look like to you?
It looks like pound cake with juice in it.
You're supposed to say it looks like fruit cake.
No, it looks like fruit cake.
Yeah, right. Okay, you're getting the broken piece. You're getting the broken piece. Isn't that delicious?
Yeah.
Fine. Awesome. Is it a new is it to replace our fruit cake?
I don't like fruit cake, so I like this.
All right, there we go. Thanks, honey. Well, you heard it from Papa yourself. If you don't like fruit cake, make gumdrop cake. Yummy, and it is delicious. I've hidden the other 3 cakes in the freezer.
What?
He heard me. This is the Mrs. Wolfie from our half-acre homestead saying I've hidden the other 3 cakes in the freezer so that we don't go into a diabetic coma. Take care, God bless.